Welcome to the IPF World Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic Powerlifting Championships. We're here at the Eleiko headquarters in Halmstad, Sweden. We're really grateful to Eleiko for inviting us and welcoming us here. We could not have this competition without them. Also grateful to SPD for sponsoring the competition. They're manufacturers of strength apparel relied upon by world-class strength athletes, and also StrengthLog, the Swedish app that records your workouts and personal bests. This morning we have the sub-junior and junior men. We completed the Masters part of the competition yesterday, so we're straight into sub-juniors and juniors. This is platform 2. We have the sub-junior 53 kilo, 59 kilo and 66 kilo classes. Over on platform 1 they have the junior 53, 59 and 66 kilo classes. My name's Jo Whiteley, I'll be your commentator on this platform. And we are ready to go. First lifter out is Jackson Watkins from US Virgin Islands. 15 years old. You can only compete in the IPF from your 14th birthday, so he can't have been competing for very long. He squatted 55 at the US Virgin Island Nationals. And that's 3 white lights. He's on the board. It looked like a very comfortable squat. That's what you want, especially for the young lifters. You want to get one on the board and then you can go and have some fun. Jakub Bonkowski, this is a very familiar face. We've seen him several times already this year. He competed at the European Open in Czechia at the beginning of August and the World Juniors at the end of August. So he is a very busy young man. Those are both equipped competitions. Obviously this is the classic competition. So no squat suits, no knee wraps, no bench shirts. But wrist wraps and knee sleeves and belts are allowed. Here comes Jakub from Poland. 127.5 kilos on the bar. You can see that the levers are up on the Eleiko rack. The racks are in. They're sloping inwards. Some of the lifters elect to do this so that they don't clip the rack with the plates as they walk out. So here's Jakub. Depth looked great, strength looked great. And that's a good lift. Ali Al-Shavi next from Turkey, 18 years old. So this is his last year as a sub-junior. If you are under 18 on the 1st of January in any given year, then you compete as a sub-junior all year. He'll move up to the juniors next year. Opening with 135. He's in the 59 kilo class. We've got 3 weight classes to keep track of.
Ali Al-Shawi, platform 2.
Oh, very strong. Very strong. That's a great lift from Al-Shawi. Now we have the final lifter in the 53 kilo class. This is Edmund Dumikayan. 17 years old and been competing for 4 years. That's quite the resume. He's opening his account at 145. Lists his PB at 150, so he's right up against that. But we do see very fast progression with these young lifters as they learn their craft and perfect their technique and obviously grow into the sport. Oh, we did have a little bit of trouble at the sticking point there. I wonder if that was just nerves and maybe he got a little bit out of line, but yeah, that wasn't as easy as you'd like your opener to be. But it does put him in top spot in the 53s. Danilo Volosyenko next from Ukraine. He's in the 59 kilo class.
Volosyenko. Volosyenko. Platform 2. Platform 1.
So if we look at the graphic there, it tells you he's a 59 kilo sub-junior. And as we move through the competition, that graphic will populate with more information. So I'll try and explain what's going on there as we go. That looked comfortable, 150. Good lift for Volosyanko. We have Terence Jacobs next from the Netherlands.
Platform 2.
He's in the 66 kilo class. We have 350 in the 53s. We have 5 in the 59s. And we have 3 in the 66s. Coached today by Piotr van den Hoek, who competed himself yesterday.
Platform 1.
150 kilos on the bar. Had a little bit of knee cave just right at the bottom there, but he certainly appeared to be strong enough. Alexander Pshenkov next from Ukraine. Another lifter right at the top of the age class.
Platform 2, the bar is loaded and ready. Alexander
He has elected to open his squat at 160 kilos. Clock is ticking. Hopefully we will see him soon. Here he comes.
Platform 1, Thomas Acker from France. Okay, the referees say they like it.
Nice positive pop out of the rack. Looks confident.
Alexander does, yes. Okay.
Did tip over just a little bit as he came up, but that was well within his capabilities. And that's a good lift. Ved Berinovsky next from Russia. 15 years old. So he will only, this must be his first international competition then. And he's opening with 170. 59 kilo lifter with 170 kilos on his back. Oh, that was fast. He's very, very strong, but he was a little bit loose in the hole. Just needs to watch that and keep tight. As the weight gets heavier, that can cause you problems if you're just moving about a little bit right at the bottom of the squat. Boris Bakatka, Kazakhstan. He also competed in Romania in the World Juniors about a month ago. That was an equipped competition. He squatted 205. We don't expect him to squat anything like that raw. Opening his account at 170. He won his class in Romania, so he is the equipped world champion. What can he do in the classic?
170 kilos, ladies and gentlemen. Salmon Desi, Great Britain, platform 1.
Strong. And deep enough as well. He really kept his back solid there, and he came up no problem at all. Leonid Koval from Russia. He's a 66 kilo lifter, opening with 170.
Bar loaded on platform 1. For Matveev Popov. Matveev Popov, platform 1. Leonid Koval, platform 2.
Very fast descent. Hips came up a little bit, but I think that's his style. I don't think that was an error. Hips came up a little bit and then he pushed his knees out, got back onto the bar, reduced the moment arm, and he was up. Certainly looks very strong today. Okay, this is the final opener, the final opening squat. Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan.
Platform 2, Alexander Ivanov, Kazakhstan, 190 kilos.
This is a massive opener. 66 kilo lifter. 17 years old. 190 kilos. Strong. Wow. That looked great. So this is going to be interesting. There's a lot of weight being moved by these lightweight sub-juniors. As we go into the second round of squat. Here's Jackson Watkins. 53 kilo class only exists as a sub-junior and junior class. This isn't a class in the open or masters category. Opened with 45, he's gone up to 52.5.
From the United States Virgin Islands. Bar loaded and ready, platform 1. For K-Mac.
Locks his knees, he won't get, oh, he went before the command. That's a real shame. You have to wait until the head referee tells you to go. The coach is just seeking clarification as to what happened, but he didn't wait for the squat command. There's 2 commands on squats. You have to wait for the squat command. You go down to depth and come up again, and you lock your knees and wait for the rack command. Jakub Bonkowski. Gone up 7.5 kilos.
Bars loaded for William Kovac.
This will be a 5 kilo PB in the classic.
Platform 1.
He squatted 130 at Polish Junior Nationals in 2020. Of course, we've had a very difficult calendar with COVID restrictions, so may not have been to a national since then. A little bit of work to do to bring that up, but he managed that just fine. He's in second place in the 53 kilo class. And here comes the man in first place in the 53 kilo class, Edmund Demikian.
Bars loaded ready for Russian Olympic Committee lifter, Edmund Demikian. Bar loaded ready for
He's gone up 5 kilos. This is 150. He lists his squat PB as 150. I think we'll see a PB from this young man today. So he's 15 kilos ahead of the Polish lifter now in the 53 kilo class as we move through to the 59s. Al-Shavi, 155, he's gone up 20 kilos. That's quite a jump for a sub 59 kilo lifter. Lifting in deadlift slippers. Takes a deep breath, locks his back in, and some effort showed on his face, but that was fast. That was a fast lift. So that moves him up a place, sitting in fourth at the moment. Terence Jacobs next, Netherlands. He's in the 66s, opened with 150. This is 157.5. See from the graphic at the bottom there, you can see he got a good lift in at the 150, and this is 157.5. Again, he's just got a little bit of knee cave at the bottom on the right, but he managed that no problem at all. Volosienko coming out for 160. This matches his current PB.
Come on, Denlo. 160 kilos. from the Ukraine, Salman Desi. Round 3.
Waits for the command, as you must. And that's a really good second squat. He's got, you know, I think he's got a good 7.5 kilos in him more to do.
Platform 2. Alexander Pisienkov. Come on out through.
Pishenkov next, also from Ukraine.
Good try, Mr. Desi. No rest. Bars loaded, ready.
His
Platform
teammate
2.
just moved above him. He's looking to take that position back. Move back into, you see the squat ranked 4 to 3 on the top of the graphic. That means if he gets this lift, he will move up to bronze medal position on squat. Very early to be looking at the overall competition, but the individual lift medals are still hotly contested.
Platform 2.
Shouts defiance at the weight as it comes up. 2 to 1. Underneath the red light is to show a failed lift, but we get little coloured lights underneath there to indicate the nature of the failure. In squat, red is always for failure to achieve the required depth.
Bars loaded, ready.
Leonid Koval next.
Russian Olympic Committee.
66 kilos.
Leonid Koval.
He's in the 66 kilo class. The weight is 175. 3 red plates. It's always great when you move up to the next red plate. Doesn't happen very often because that's another 50 kilos. But it's always a great benchmark for any lifter when they put another red plate on. Careful walkout, he's not gone far. There's no point wasting energy taking the bar for a walk around the platform. And that is some effort. But he's looking strong. Missed the rack, but the spotters were right there to help him back in. That was a good lift. He is in silver medal position in the 66s. And now we have Barinovsky in the 59 kilo class. He's coming out to match his PB for his second attempt. 180 kilos on the bar.
Platform 2.
Strong, very strong. And a good lift.
3 white lights. Platform 1.
So the other lifter in the same class is coming out for the same weight. When 2 lifters call for the same weight, the lower lot number goes first. The lot numbers are assigned randomly at weigh-in. So we just need a method of figuring out who's going to go first, and we do that on lot number. However, if 2 lifters lift the same weight, the lighter body weight takes the advantage. In this case, Bokatka has the higher lot number, so he goes second, but he has the lower body weight, so he will take first place back if he makes this lift. Very strong. That's a good lift. He shoots back up to first place in the 59s. I think we're going to see some battles in this class. Alexander Ivanov. Here he comes, gets the signal. You can't approach the platform till you hear bar is loaded from the speaker. And he's fired up. This is 200 kilos. Wow, we've got some strong young lifters here today. He did not, however, take it to the required depth. All the referees agreed that that just was not deep enough. So that's their positions as we go into round 3. Dmikian is leading in the 53s, Bokatka in the 59s, and Ivanov in the 66s. Everything to play for here. Not only do they want the squat medals, but they want to build a total towards the overall prize, which is the world title.
Okay, platform 2.
Here's Jackson Watkins. He just missed the squat command. With these young lifters, you know, they don't have a lot of competition experience, and it's a very nervous thing coming out and squatting on an international platform. The weight was comfortable, so he has gone up 2.5 kilos. Waits for the rack command, and that's a good lift. 55 kilos to match his PB, and he's taken the bronze medal in squat.
Boris Kamizarov, platform 1. Russian Olympic Committee, Kamizarov.
Jakub Bonkowski from Poland, very hard-working young lifter, competes classic and equipped. This is his third international in the space of 6 weeks. There's a lot of masters lifters that would love that kind of recovery. He's only gone up 2.5. Remember, he had to do some work through the sticking point. So they have taken a very conservative third attempt.
The second flight on platform 1. We're going to start off with Yuji Murata. Yuji Murata from Japan. Platform 1. The bar loaded ready. Yes.
And we see that again, he's having to really fight through. Yeah, he just couldn't quite push through.
Almost there, Jacob.
So that was a good call from the coaches. No more would have gone. It leaves him with the best of 135, but he has got the silver medal in squat.
Next lifter, platform 2.
Demikian next from Russia. He's already guaranteed the gold medal, but he still wants to build towards that total.
Ready for Edmund, Russian Olympic Committee. Platform 1, you have Yuji Murata. Well done. Well done. That was perfect executed. 3 white lights for Murata.
Strong again.
Edmund.
2-1, a good lift. 2 white lights gives you a good lift, 2 red lights does not. So that is a gold medal on squat for the Russian lifter. Here we go into the 66s.
Iwaki from Japan. Bar loaded ready. Platform 2.
Terence Jacobs.
Jacobs. Where is Terence?
I can see Piotr.
Please report to the platform. Here he comes. Hayato Iwaki.
You have 60 seconds to start your attempt from bar loaded being called by the speaker. The technical controller who is allowing the lifters out onto the platform will not let them past until they've made all the adjustments to the costume that they need to make. The only item that you can adjust on the platform is your belt. And that's a great third lift from Terence. 162.5 kilos. That gets him the bronze medal on squat. Al-Shavi next in the 59s.
From Canada, platform 1. Platform 2, bars loaded for Ali Al-Shabi. Al-Shabi, excuse me. Ali.
Took a big jump from his first to his second, 20 kilos. He's gone up another 10.
Satbir Ray.
This will move him up to 4th place.
And 3 white lights. Platform 1. Platform 2.
No, that looked a bit conservative on depth anyway. I think just a little bit too heavy. A 10 kilo jump for your third attempt is quite ambitious for a 59 kilo lifter. That leaves him with the best of 155. Volosienko.
Platform 2 for Danilo Volosienko. Platform 2. Platform 1, Jesus Amaro. Yes, sir. Well done. 3 white lights.
Just a little bit too heavy today, leaves him with a best of 160.
Okay, he's not able to recover. Next lifter, Alexander Pishenko.
Next up,
Alexander
Pishenkov.
Pishenkov, Ukraine, platform 2. Bar loaded ready.
In his last year as a sub-junior.
From Ireland, platform
He
1.
has the squats bronze medal. This won't move him up.
Pishenkov, Alexander,
So he's been successful in his first 2 lifts.
platform 2. Alex Kremens, 1. Come on, Alexander. Platform 1. Good. Alex Kremens, good lift.
He's fighting it. Oh, that was a great effort. He really tried to get that up, but it was just a bit too heavy today. But he keeps the bronze medal with 167.5.
Platform 1, the bar is loaded.
Okay, we're into the 66s now. Koval is in the 66 kilo class. This is 177.5.
Igor. Platform 2, bar loaded ready for Leonid Koval. I need to see Igor Kudorov, not Canada. All right, now we got it ready.
Koval, he's only gone up 2.5 kilos.
Alan Chung
He's
from
guaranteed
Canada
the
is
silver
lifting.
on squat.
That's the right weight, 200 kilos. Yes, it is. Chung at 200 kilos from Canada. Leonid Koval.
Lost his position just a tiny bit in the hole, but he was strong and he brought that weight up. 3 white lights and a silver medal on squat. Now we have the fight for the gold squat medal in the 59 kilo class.
Platform 1, Alan
Berinovsky. This will move him up into gold medal position for the moment, but Bakatka will get the opportunity to respond.
3 white lights. Good job. Berinovsky.
Strong. He think he had a little bit more in him there.
Good. 3 white lights.
Looks up, gets the 3 white lights,
Platform 2.
and he is in
Bukana.
gold medal position for the moment. But here comes Bakatka.
Platform 1, Igor Kudorov from the Russian Olympic
He is the current equipped world champion, sub-junior world champion. The bar is loaded, the clock is ticking. Here he comes.
Boris Bukata. Is Boris here? Yes, he is.
This will take the gold medal back from Berinovsky.
All right. Igor Kudorov, Russian Olympic Committee. All right, well done.
And his positioning is excellent. And he takes the gold in the 59 kilo class.
Alexander Ivanov with an event.
One more squat to go.
Alexander Ivanov, platform 2, Kazakhstan.
Ivanov in the 66s. He missed 200 kilos on his second.
200 kilos.
He's going to attempt it again. This represents a 10 kilo personal best.
Syrian Murray.
Locks his knees, gets the command. Drives it up. It was a moral victory. He stood up with it, and 2-1. It's a good lift, 200 kilos, and he takes the gold medal in squat in the 66 kilo class.
All right.
Great lifting there from these young lifters. We're going to take a 20-minute break, and we'll see you back here for bench. Welcome back to the IPF Classic World Powerlifting Championships. We're here at the Eleiko headquarters in Halmstad, Sweden. We have the sub-junior men on this platform here today, the 53 kilo, 59 kilo and 66 kilo classes. This is day 4 of this championships. Days 1, 2 and 3 were the Masters competition. We have sub-juniors lifting on this platform, platform 2, and junior lifters on platform 1. If you are watching your lifts back on YouTube, don't forget you can order your package from White Lights Media. And we are about to get going now with the 59 kilo class sub-junior lifter Jackson Watkins. Jackson squatted 55 kilos and took the squat bronze medal. He's going to come out for 25 kilos. 15 years old, you can only compete from your 14th birthday in the IPF. So he is a brand new lifter.
25 kilos for Jackson Watkins.
He's elected to use blocks. The rules state that you can use blocks to build up the height of the platform. He did not wait for the press command, so the start command. On bench press, you have 3 commands you need to wait for. You need to hold the bar fully extended at lockout and wait for the start command. Take the bar down to the chest for the press command, and then hold the bar at lockout for the rack command. So he gets another opportunity at that. And next we have Jakub Bonkowski for 62.5. Just asking that the blocks be removed.
Jacob Bonkowski.
Guess a command.
And that lift is
Nice looking bench.
good. 3 white lights for Jacob.
He took the silver on squat. Well placed for the silver on bench. Ali Al-Shavi next from Turkey in the 59 kilo class.
Opening attempt on the bench press. Bar
Coming out for 85 kilos. We can see on the right hand side of the graphic his best squat was 155. The red light that's ticking down there, that's the time he's got to make his attempt. He doesn't have to finish his attempt in 60 seconds, but he does have to start it. Strong press.
Okay,
Good lift at 85 for Al-Shavi.
for Ali. Next lifter,
Dmikian next from Russia. He's opening at 95 kilos. He was the gold medalist in squat.
Edmund Dunkayan.
Lists his PB as 110.5. Opening with 95.
Correction, Edmund Dulikian. Edmund Dulikian. Russian Olympic team.
Nice bench.
Good. 3 white lights for Edmund. Alexander.
So that puts him in a strong position now, both in bench press and overall. This is Pishenkov
Barzan and ready.
for the same weight, 95 kilos, but he's in the weight class above, 59s.
Platform 1. If you want to change your opening attempt, you have 2.5 minutes remaining. Time's running.
Make sure he's nice and secure under the bar before the handoff guy lets it go.
Okay, and gets the signal. 3 white lights.
Good lift at 95.
Alexander Pishenkov. All right.
Volosyanko next, in the same weight class for the same weight.
Next lifter, Bars. Boris. Boris, the screen's not changing. Volodyenko from Ukraine is your next lifter. Here he is. Now we got it. All right, and that lift is good. For
Good lift for Volodyenko.
Bars loaded and ready for
And next we have Koval. He's in the 66s, and he is opening his account at 97.5.
If you have any changes to your opening attempt, you have less than 1 minute. All right, Leonid Koval. Leonid Koval, platform 2. Drive it up. Easy attempt.
Looks good.
White lights for Leonid. Next lifter, Terrence Jacobs for the Netherlands. Terrence Jacobs. Bars loaded and ready. 100
Terence Jacobs next, also in the 66 kilo class.
from the Netherlands.
Elected to open with 100 kilos. His PB is 102.5, so he's right up against that.
Terrence Jacobs. Here we go. Bars loaded and ready.
That looks strong.
All right, no more changes. Platform 1, no more changes. 2.5 minutes remain.
Berinovsky
Bar loaded and ready
in the
for
59s. We're going to see some really close competition now between Berinovsky and Bakatka, just like we saw in the squats. They squatted the same weight at 187.5. Bakatka is just, 70 grams lighter, so he took the advantage, and they're both opening with the same bench at 110.
All right, there's no lift. The lifter did not wait for the command stop.
Okay, so I think the lifter did not wait for the command, so he failed that lift, which is a shame. He's thrown that attempt away now,
Bar loaded and ready.
which really ruins your game plan for the day. Going into a powerlifting competition, your game plan is only theoretical anyway, because you're not lifting in a vacuum. You have to react to the other lifters, and it is a tough environment, especially if it's your first international, like it is for most of these sub-juniors. Not this man though. Bakatka for 110.
Kazakhstan.
This is his second international in the space of a month, and he looks very assured. Moves him straight up to first place. So evenly matched as they were, the Russian lifter is under pressure now, having missed his opening bench.
Alexander. Bar loaded.
Ivanov, Kazakhstan, 117.5.
All right, may I have the referees? Platform 1, seated. Thank you.
Easy, very nice.
Alexander Ivanov.
Pushes him a long way in front on bench in the 66s. And those are the standings as we complete the opening attempts for bench. We move into the second round now. Jackson Watkins missed his first bench on commands. He did not wait for the start command. He's gone up 2.5 kilos, and this now matches his PB. I hope that was a wise move for him. When you're so close to... these lifts are very light in body weight. This is 25 kilos, is 27.5 kilos even, is more than half his body weight.
Jackson. Are we ready? Round 2, coming at ya. Bar is loaded.
Okay, bars loaded for Jackson.
Dessay.
Here he comes. He just needs to wait to be told to start his attempt. He waited for all his attempts that time, and he seems strong under the bar. So he's on the board. He has a lift in, and he's matched his current PB. Bonkovsky. He's only gone up 2.5 kilos. He's not far off his equipped numbers on bench. He benched 70 in Romania in August in a bench shirt. And this is 65 kilos raw.
Platform 2, Jacob Bonkowski.
Rotates his wrist to get his centre of gravity right underneath the bar and drive that home. Rewarded with 3 white lights. That's a good lift at 65. Al-Shavi next in the 59s. He's taken a 7.5 kilo jump. If I remember rightly, he took quite big jumps on his squat. It didn't quite work out for him for 3rd attempt. However, 92.5 on the bar.
Wow, easy weight. Then how long? Good. Ali Al-Shavi, platform 2, 92.5 kilos.
Benched 85 at his nationals in February. But that looked good. That looked decent. 95, 92.5. So that is a PB for him already. Pishenko for 100 kilos.
100 kilos. Pishenko, Ukraine. Platform 1. That was a good lift for Arlen ready. Mert Akot K-Mac. K-Mac. Platform 1. Alexander.
He got a little bit out of line there, I think. The bar came off his chest, and I think he may have jumped the command. I can't quite see what the side refs can see on this platform. I'm at completely the wrong angle to see if the butt comes up or the feet move. You have to keep your feet flat on the floor. Some lateral movement is fine. And you have to keep your head and your butt down on the bench. Here's Danilo Volosienko with 100 kilos. Nice bench. That moves him up to silver medal position on bench.
Platform 2, 102.5 kilos. Harlan ready for Jacobs. Come on out here. William Kovac. Platform 1.
Terence Jacobs from the Netherlands.
Terence Jacobs.
He's only gone up 2.5 kilos. Gone 100 kilos, 102.5 kilos. This matches his current PB.
That lift on platform 1 is good. Nice job. Next lift. Push it out, push it back.
And yes, you can see why. That's a tough press. I think the bar may have dipped, but only one referee thought so. The bar has to, the whole bar has to dip, not just one side of it, in order to be a failure. So that's a good lift, 2-1. Koval next. He's coming out for the same weight. He's heavier than Jacobs though, so he's not going to take the 2nd place off him.
Push it through. There you go. Nice lift. Mook Ahmed. 2-1. All right. David Koval, platform 2. Russian Olympic today. Down 2.
Strong press.
Good. For Leonid. Ready on platform 1. Thomas Acker.
Demikian next. And he is coming out for 105.
For Edmund,
This is a massive lift for a 53 kilo sub-junior.
Edmund Dumikyan from the Russian Olympic Committee. Acker, platform 1. 135. Nice lift. See what the referees say. Do they like it? Yes. From France. Acker. Boris Kamizarov, Russian Olympic Committee, platform 1. You're the next lifter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the situation. This will be
Had to work quite hard to bring that up.
junior record.
He got one
Let me hear your applause.
red light. I'm just looking over at the referee. Seems to be indicating that the butt came up, but the side referees disagreed. So that's 2-1, a good lift. And we have Berinovsky next, coming out for 112 and a half. He missed 110 for his opener on commands.
Record. Put your hands together.
He's gone up 2.5 kilos. Waits for the command.
Give you applause.
Nice and easy. It's a shame. You wonder what he would have been able to do if he had not lost his opener. He has had a red card from one of the side referees. As I say, I can't really, I don't have a good view on those. The side referees are looking for the feet coming up, the heels coming up, the butt, the head, the bar dipping. There's so many failures and so many things the side referees are looking for. Boris Bukatka has looked very strong today. 117.5 for his second attempt.
Bukatka. Boris Bukatka. Kazakhstan.
And that's a bit of a fight. Successful lift nonetheless.
Good. Platform 2. Platform 1. Testing.
Moves him back ahead of the Russian lifter now into first place on bench and first overall.
And that lift is good. Ooh, like that. Bar loading ready.
Ivanov,
Alexander Ivanov.
122.5.
Come on, Alexander. Kazakhstan. Platform 1. Zen How Long.
That's very strong indeed.
That lift is
Wow.
good. Platform 2.
I hope we see him put some weight on the bar for his third attempt. That was way too easy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, we are now into the third round of bench. We have Demikian, Bukatka and Ivanov leading the overalls at subtotal.
start, press, track.
And they are all gold medal positions as well on bench press. Here's Jackson Watkins. He's having a little bit of difficulty with waiting for the referee's commands on the various lifts, but this is all good competition experience. He's gone up 5 kilos now to 32.5 kilos. This will be a 5 kg personal best.
Virgin Islands.
And he didn't wait. Yeah, he's going to learn a lot from this competition, really. It's so nerve-wracking being out here. So I'm sure he will learn from that. The weight itself presented no problem for him. He was certainly, he's coming along in strength. Just needs a little bit more experience on the platform. Nevertheless, he's taken the bronze medal on bench press in the World Championships. Bonkovsky. Has taken some very conservative jumps from his opener of 62.5, second at 65. This is 67.5. Good lift. Good lift. That gets him the silver medal in the 53 kilo class on bench. Al-Shawi next. He's in the 59s.
Ahmed, platform 1. Last lift was good, 2-1. Bar runner ready for Ali Al-Shawi, Turkey. Bar runner ready, platform 1. Mook Ahmed, Kazakhstan. Platform 2, Turkey, Ali Al-Shawi, 97.5 kilos.
That just ground to a halt and would not push through. Leaves him with the best of 92.5, which is a PB in itself for him. And we have Alexander Pishenkov coming out for his second attempt at 100 kilos. He got 95 for his opener. He is out of the podium places for squat, but he is on in third place overall at subtotal. Subtotal is your squat plus your bench. Add your deadlift numbers to that, and you get your total. Looked good from this angle. Did not look good to the referees. He didn't wait. He didn't wait for the commands. So that's left him with a best of 95. This is Volosyanko. I think at the end of the competition we're going to see quite a tight battle between Volosyanko and Berinovsky for the, with Bukatka for the second place. There's some very tightly grouped numbers there at prognosis.
Nice lift, platform 2. Need a light. Need a light.
Just waiting for the referee's verdict. There we go. 2-1, a good lift. So that was 102.5 for Volosyanko. Gives him the bronze medal on bench, and he is sitting third at subtotal. This is Terence Jacobs coming out for 105. This will be a small PB for him.
Terence Jacobs, Netherlands, platform 2. Boris Kamizarov.
No, just a little bit too heavy today. He got everything he could, didn't leave anything on the platform there. He got 102.5, failed 105. This is Koval. He's going to look to knock the Dutch lifter off the silver medal position.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? World Junior record.
Here it comes. This is for the bench press silver.
World Junior record. Platform 1, 59 kilos. 59 kilo weight class, 150 kilos on the bar.
Very fast descent, held it really well on his chest. And I think that was a really well judged third attempt. He snatches the silver medal.
Yes, World Junior record. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Next up, we have Demikian with an attempt at 107.5 kilos. He's guaranteed the gold on bench already.
Bar loaded and ready. Salmon Desi, round 3, platform 1. Round 3, platform 2.
Taking pretty much the maximum permitted with grip. You can't have your forefingers outside the rings. Strong and well judged, and a gold medal on bench for Demikian. So here we go with Berinovsky. He missed his own run commands, went up to 112.5, This is 117.5. He is heavier than the Kazakhstan lifter, so he will not take the gold, even if he matches the weight. But he is guaranteed the silver medal.
17.5 kilos.
He's been asked to replace the bar.
You got time. You got a half a minute. You got 30 seconds.
He just needs to adjust his position, but he's not understanding what's happening. He is not taking it. Unfortunately, I think there's just a little bit of confusion on the lifter's part there. He could have set up again and taken that lift, but that is a no lift for him. Leaves him with the best of 112.5, but he does still take away the silver medal. Now here's Bukatka. He is guaranteed the gold on bench to go with his gold on squat. However, he does not have the biggest deadlift, so he's going to want to squeeze out every kilo he can at subtotal. He's leading the way at the moment. A little bit hesitant as he got to his chest there, and I wonder if that just drained his energy a little bit, holding the bar just above. He almost did a spotto press. So that leaves him with the best of 117.5 and 305 kilos at subtotal. Here's Ivanov for 127.5. Was looking very strong on his second. Already guaranteed the gold on bench. Lovely. That's a great bench to end this session on. 3 white lights, 127 kilos and 327.5 at subtotal. So those are our standings as we go into our 20-minute break. We hope you'll join us back for deadlift. Welcome to the IPF World Classic Powerlifting Championships. We've got the sub-junior 53 kilo, 59 kilo and 66 kilo session going on at the moment here on platform 2. We are through to the deadlift part of the competition. The bar has hit the floor, so the party is about to start. The first lifter out will be Jackson Watkins, brand new lifter from the US Virgin Islands, 15 years old. He's going to open his account with 60 kilos. Nice and easy opener. He's on the board. Dmikian next for 155. Nearly up into triple body weight already. His PB is 167.5, so this should look comfortable. You can't underestimate the impact, though, of the travel that these athletes have to undergo and the pressure of being on an international platform. Makes all the difference. Nice and easy there for Edmund.
And that's a good lift for Edmund Dumikian.
Bonkovsky in the 53s as well is coming out next for 170. He pulled 200 equipped in Romania last month. Obviously that was with the benefit of a deadlift suit. Pulling sumo. Sumo is where the feet are outside the hands. Conventional is where the feet are inside the hands. Sumo is the more technical lift, brings its own challenges, but does reduce the range of motion. That's a good lift for Bonkovsky. Takes him up into gold medal position for the moment on deadlift. Alexander Pishenkov. He's in the 59 kilo class. He's opening his account with 170 kilos. Also pulling sumo. I thought he was a little bit off balance just as he got to the top there, but he was successful and strong, and that was a good lift for him. We have the same weights now for Leonid Koval. So the technical controller was asking him there to just take his socks down a little bit because they were too high. That was beautiful. That was a very strong opening deadlift. Lots more in the tank there, I think. These socks can't cover your knees, essentially, because they might be covering up some supports that you're not allowed. The TC is there to make sure that your equipment is perfect before you come out onto the platform. Here's Boris Bukatka. He took the gold on squat, he took the gold on bench. What can he do on deadlift? Nice and easy. That was lovely. No messing about, no problems at transition. When you pull the sumo deadlift, it's a little bit slow off the floor, and as it comes past the knees, you need to move the hips to interlock out. And you do see people have a bit of a wobble at that transition point, but that was straight up, and that was a beautiful deadlift. Here's Al-Shavi for 185. Another great opening deadlift.
is good for Ali. Samana. Barlotta ready.
Here's Alexandra Ivanov in the 66s for 185.
Kazakhstan. Next lifter.
Once we have all the opening deadlifts in, we can start to look at overall position.
32.5 kilos on the bar. Sakbir.
Nice. Some great deadlifting from these young lifters.
Nice job. Next lifter.
Danilo Volosyenko
Barlotta ready.
in the 59s. He's coming out for 195 to open his deadlift.
Come on. Daniel. Okay, no lift for Sakbir. Platform 1. Next lifter. Hayato Awaki. That is a good lift on platform.
Good lift for Volosyenko.
Next lifter. Terrence Jacobs. Netherlands.
And now this is Terence Jacobs from the Netherlands.
Barlotta ready. Platform 1.
I have been corrected in my pronunciation by the Dutch team. It's Jacobs. 200 kilos on the bar. He took the bronze on squats, he took the bronze on bench. Oh, and that's a great conventional deadlift. Moves him right up into gold medal position for that lift. One more opening deadlift to go, and that's Burinovsky, who's coming out for 205. 15 years old, weighed in at less than 59 kilos, and he's pulling 205 like it's a bag of shopping.
205. Barlotta.
I am very impressed by the standard of deadlifting we've seen here from these young lifters. So here are the standings as we go into round 2 of deadlift. Dmikian leading the way in the 53s, Burinovsky in the 59s, and Ivanov in the 66s. We are going to see a real battle for it in the 59s.
Watkins. Jackson 1. Barlotta ready.
So, Jackson Watkins next. He's coming out for 70.
Wait. And that lift is
That's a good lift for Jackson Watkins. He's giving away 10 kilos body weight to the rest of the class. Weighed in today at a little bit over 42 kilos, and he's just pulled 70. Dmikian next for 165. He is a long way out in front on the overall competition.
Barlotta ready. Russian Olympic Committee 165 kilos. And you can hit that. All right. Your leader at 66 kilos. And that lift is good for Edmund.
165 for Dmikian. Silver medal position on deadlift, leading the way in the main competition though. Pishenkov. He's only gone up 5 kilos. He opened with 170, he's gone up 5. Which is quite a conservative jump. The clock is ticking. No, we've reset the clock.
Спасибо большое.
Okay, here comes Pishenkov.
All right. Alexander Pishenkov, platform 2, 175 kilos from the Ukraine. Igor Kucherov.
Yeah, he just looks to be, I think it must just be his style. He looks to be leaning forward and a little bit off balance at the top, but he pulled the weight, no trouble. That was 3 white lights. 3 white lights for 3 red plates. So we have Bonkovsky now for 182.5, 403 pounds.
Bukowski.
He can't realistically catch the Russian lifter, but wouldn't it be nice to take home a deadlift gold? That was tough off the floor, but he's got it all the way to lockout.
Yes, 3 white lights.
So he is going to be difficult to catch for the deadlift gold.
Leonid Koval.
And we have the 66 kilo lifter now, Leonid Koval.
Pilot and ready, Russian Olympic Committee.
He's taken quite a big jump, 15 kilos up from his opener. He is looking to move himself up overall as well as in the deadlift battle. And he's certainly done it for the moment.
And that lift is good for Leonid Koval. Russian Olympic Committee. Ali Al-Shavi.
Al-Shavi next in the 59s.
195.
There's quite a close battle for 4th and 5th between Pishenkov and Al-Shavi.
From the Republic of Turkey.
Al-Shavi's taken a bigger jump from 185 to 195. The Ukrainian only went up 5 kilos. And the Turkish lifter is lighter. So if he gets this, he will move up. Oh, that was tough. That was tough off the floor. That's a good lift, but you wonder how much more he's got.
Next lifter, Boris.
So that puts the Ukrainian 5 kilos behind the Turkish lifter. But we have the battle going on at the top of the table as well. Here's Boris Bakatka, current equipped world champion. He'd like to be also the classic world champion. 200 on the bar, he's gone up 20 kilos. Very nice.
And that lift is good.
That's a good lift for Boris. That puts him up to the top of the 59 kilo class. However, the Russian lifter still has to put his second attempt in and can respond. But first, here's Volosyenko in Ukraine. From the Ukraine, we're in Sweden. Tough but successful lift.
And that lift is good. 3 white lights. Stanlow. Volosyenko. 202 and a half kilo. Next lifter.
We have Ivanov coming out for the same weight now.
202.5 kilos. Kazakhstan.
He's a long way out front in the overall competition. But there's everything to play for in the deadlift medals. That's a very efficient pull.
That lift is good. 3 white lights.
Jakob's next, also in the 66s. Biggest deadlifter of the bunch.
Terence Jacobs.
Looking to take the deadlift gold back and to move himself up to overall silver. Oh, that was very easy. Very easy indeed.
The lift is good for Terence Jacobs.
That was a great pull from the Dutch lifter. 212.5 now for Berianovsky. In the 59s. We have a real battle here. He's leading the way in the deadlifts. This will... Oh, wow. That will put him into the lead in the overall. And you have to think he had a lot more to come there. So, we look at the results, the Russian lifter is at 5:12.5 in the 59s, and the Kazakhstan lifter is at 5:05, just behind him. But they're both strong deadlifters. I could not predict which way this one is going to go. So we're into the third round now. Here's Jackson Watkins. He's moved up to red plates on his deadlift. 15 years old, pulling 80 kilos. And he has lifted it. 3 white lights and a good lift leaves him with a total of 162.5, a chest full of bronze medals. Demikian. Okay, here comes Demikian from Russia.
Demikian Edmund, Russian Olympic Committee.
$172.5 on the bar. And that's a 5 kilo PB for him. He cannot be caught realistically. He is the new 53 kilo sub-junior world champion. Through to the 59 kilo class, this is Pishenkov. He opened with 170, he's gone to 175, he's put another 5 kilos on for 180.
Bar is loaded.
Here he comes.
Set your bar high, be kind, and do more of what makes you stronger. Eric Bauer, CEO of
No, that was just a little bit too heavy today. Leaves him with the best of 175 and a total of 4 for 37.5. Now we have our final pull in this 53 kilo class. Jakub Bonkovsky already has the deadlift gold and the overall silver. This will match his current PB.
Bar loaded and ready for Jakub Bonkovsky. All right, no more changes. Platform 1.
Took the silver on squats, took the silver on bench. He stood up with that, but I'm not sure what the referees are going to say. And they say it's good. That gives him 185 deadlift and 387.5 total. Second place overall. Ali El-Shavi next. Coming out for 202.5. This will move him up a place in the deadlift. In fact, this will move him up 2 places. This will move him up into silver medal position. He can't get on the podium for the overall, so he's looking to maximise his medal opportunity in deadlift. Oh, I think the bar might have dipped, so he can't quite get it to lock out anyway. His grip went. Looked like he may have torn a callus, but in my experience, when your grip fails, lifters always look at their hand as if to say, "How did you let me down?" So that left him with a best of 195 and a 442.5 total. 4th place overall. Cleaning the bar between each lift, as we always do on the 3rd round of deadlift. This is Leonid Koval in the 66s. He's looking to move himself up a place. but that just would not move. Oh, I hope he's all right. Maybe just a little bit of cramp there. Leaves him with the best of 185 and a 467.5 kilo total. He took the bronze medal on the deadlift and the overall bronze as well. Vlusianko, 207.5. This will not improve his position. He is sitting in silver medal position in deadlift, bronze overall. It's going. That's a 5 kilo PB for him, and he has taken the overall bronze. Now here we go. This is the fight for the World Championship title. Boris Bukatka from Kazakhstan. He went up 20 kilos from his first to his second attempt, went 180 200. He has looked very, very strong. This is 215. This will give him the deadlift gold and the overall gold for the moment. The Russian lifter can still respond. Oh, it just would not move. That leaves him with the best of 200 and a 505 kilo total. Bronze medal on deadlift, silver medal overall. Ivanov next. He is looking to swap his deadlift silver for a deadlift gold. He's heavier than Jakobs, and this is a big ask really. 5 kilo PB attempt, but he has looked strong today. He got it moving, but it just would not go. But realistically, he cannot be caught. Leaves him with the best deadlift of 202.5, a 530 total, and the World Championship title. Jakobs next for the same weight, 220. He already has the deadlift gold. Can he pull a 17.5 kilo PB? Look at that, look at the speed. It slowed down at lockout, but that was a phenomenal pull. 220 kilos, a gold medal in deadlift and the overall silver for Jakobs from the Netherlands. One more deadlift in this session, and it is 225, just a shade under 500 pounds. This is from the Russian lifter Vedburianovsky. He's looking fierce, he's looking determined. He wants this pull. It's moving, and that looked great. That gives him a 525 kilo total, and he is our new 59 kilo sub-junior world champion. We have the medal ceremony coming up soon. I hope you'll stick around for that. And we don't have any more lifting on today. We are back tomorrow with the female junior, sub-junior, lightweight classes. Please do join us then.
Okay, now we start the victory ceremony with 3 officials. Okay, we are ready? Okay, Sasha, we can start with bench press. In 53 category sub-junior. Third place, Watkins Jackson, ESV. Okay. Second place, Wojtkowski Jacques from Poland. And the gold medal in squat is Denikan Edmond from Russia Olympic Committee. Picture. Thank you. And now with bench press in 53 category. Third place, Watkins Jackson, ESV. Second place, Wojtkowski Jacques from Poland. The gold medal in bench press, Denikan Edmond, Russia Olympic Committee. Thank you. And now with deadlift. Third place, Watkins Jackson, ESV. Second place, Denikan Edmond, Russia Olympic Committee. And the gold medal in deadlift, sub-junior 53 kilo category, Wojtkowski Jacques from Poland. Okay, the picture. Thank you. And now the total. Third place, Watkins Jackson, ESV 162 kilo. Very young lifter, but strong. Second place, Wojtkowski Jacques from Poland, 387.5 kilo. And the world champion in this category, 53 kilo sub-junior, is Denikan Edmond from Russia Olympic Committee, 465 kilo, 35 kilo. Sorry. Please stand. Yes, you can out the base. Please stand up for the national anthem from Olympic Committee. Thank you. Wait. We forget the present for the podium. Okay. Thank you, Adi. And thank you, Elijah. Okay, thank you. Now
We continue with the next session, 59 sub-junior kilo category. In squat, third place, Vincentkov Alexander, Ukraine. Second place, Buryanovsky weight from Russia Olympic Committee. And with the same weight but not the same body weight, the gold medal is Bugata Boris from Kazakhstan. Thank you. Now for the bench press. Third place, Volontyansko Danilo, Ukraine. Second place, Buryanovsky weight from Russia Olympic Committee. And the gold medal in bench press is Bukata Boris from Kazakhstan. Thank you. Now deadlift. Bronze medal, Bukata Boris from Kazakhstan. Silver medal, Volontyansko Danilo, Ukraine. And the gold medal in deadlift from Russia Olympic Committee, Buryanovsky weight 225 kilos. Thank you. Now, total sub-junior category, 59 kilo. Bronze medal at this World Championships, Volontyansko Danilo, Ukraine, 470 kilo. The silver medal from Kazakhstan, Bukata Boris, 505 kilo. And the world champions in this category, 59 kilo sub-junior 2021, is Buryanovsky weight from Russia Olympic Committee, 525 kilo. When you come out, please, out of the lifter, out the last for the picture and for the blessing. Please stand up for the national anthem of Russia Olympic Committee. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we continue with 66 kilo category sub-junior with a squat. Third place, Jacob Terra from Netherlands. Second place, Soval Leonid from Russia Olympic Committee. And the gold medal in squat in this category with 200 kilo, Ivanov Alexander from Kazakhstan. Thank you. Now in bench press. Third place, Jacob Terras from Netherlands. Second place, Soval Leonid from Russia Olympic Committee. And The gold medal in bench press is Ivanov Alexander, Kazakhstan. Thank you. Now deadlift, please. Third place, Koval Leonid from Russia Olympic Committee. Second place, Ivanov Alexander from Kazakhstan. And the gold medal in deadlift in this category is Jacob Tellers from Netherlands. 220 kilos. Thank you. And now total of the World Championships. Bronze medal, Koval Leonid, Russia Olympic Committee, 467.5 kilos. The silver medal, Jacob Tellers from Netherlands, 485 kilos. And the world champion in Chip Junior category, 66 kilos, is Ivanov Alexander from Kazakhstan, 530 kilos. Okay, please, out the hands and stand up for national anthem from Kazakhstan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we continue. No, finish. We change our filter, Sasha. We will change filter. Okay. Music, please. Big applause for sub-junior category 53, 55 and 66 kilos. And now, please,